I'm looking for an ashen-haired woman. Seen anyone like that? I'm looking for Siri. Winds howling. Fresh blood. Griffin's nest. Footprints. Speaking in this wise is hard. Things I do for love.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm gonna be creating an artwork inspired by The Witcher. This video has so much packed into it, from posing a model in DAZ 3D to setting up a scene in Blender and finally painting it in Photoshop and Procreate. And also the tragedy that this PSD file has faced. More about that later. So make sure you stick around, watch the whole thing and learn new stuff from it. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button before we start. Alright, so without wasting any more time, let's do this. So first of all, if I have to set up a scene in 3D, I need to have the main character. I used DAZ 3D to create this character. Throughout my freelance career, I have purchased quite a bunch of 3Ds to use in DAZ. But hey, the software is free and you can get a bunch of free models there too, so check that out. I also have some pre-made poses for my characters, so I'm just gonna try them and see what looks best. Once I like a pose, I can also adjust it better to my requirements by rotating the head, for example, just fine-tuning it. I do not want to change too much of the pre-made pose because then there's a chance these weird things happen. But yeah, I think I'm happy with this pose. It seems like the Witcher is just standing firm in the face of danger, but I still have to decide what that danger is going to be. Next, I need to set up a scene in Blender. I'll use some pre-made 3Ds for this scene, which I downloaded from Sketchfab. All of these 3D models were under Creative Commons license, and in the video description I have given all the credits to the amazing artists who created these assets. So here I have downloaded a 3D for the forest ground and a bunch of twisted trees. I textured these trees and roughly arranged them on the forest and then added a light source. At this point, it's basically all experimentation. Which lighting scenarios look better. I also cranked up the brightness of the light and turned the color to blue to make it look like a night scene. Then I added a huge cube to the scene and then applied the volume shader to it. Sorry if my 3D terminology is incorrect, I'm pretty new to this stuff. But yeah, basically what I just did was to add a cool looking fog to the scene. Then I played with the placement of the light again, and I wanted to set the light source to somewhere hidden behind the trees so that the dark silhouettes of the front trees really pop against the blue background. Then I downloaded an HDRI and added that as an environment texture behind my 3D. Suddenly it has started to look pretty realistic. But I don't need that background image, so I made it invisible. And I'm left with a transparent background. This is quite helpful because now you can add an image in the background or paint it from scratch all in Photoshop. Now it's time to bring out Witcher character into the scene. I scaled him up and set him on the ground because he was floating over the land. I don't know if it's some kind of potion he took or what. I tested out the render and damn, it looks sweet. I love the posture of the character. He looks so badass. But now we need to add a monster in front of him. So I added another model to the scene and started texturing it. Again, I have put the link to this model in the description. It's really well done. This monster is also holding a human head, but I got rid of it later because I had to scale the monster up, which was making the human head look a bit out of proportion. Once everything is textured, I tested out the render again. Working in 3D lets me visualize the scene so much better. I can have a better understanding about the distances, scale, lighting, perspective and angles. And I can instantly change the position of objects to change the composition. Here I am experimenting with different camera angles and render 2 to 3 that I like the most. Next, I'll drop one of the renders in Photoshop so I can paint over it. I had kept the background transparent, which is why the white background layer is showing through here. But before I start painting over these 3D in Photoshop, a quick word from our sponsors, XP Pen. XP Pen sent me one of their products. It's called the Artist 13.3 Pro. It's a really nice device with 13.3 HD display. It comes with a stand, some wires, a glove, and this suppressor for my gun. Just kidding, it's a pen case, and it has extra nibs too in case your old one wears out, and the lid of this case can also act as your pen stand. Pretty cool. On the left side of the tablet we have 8 customizable shortcut keys and a red dial, which feels really nice to use. It has 8192 levels of pressure sensitivity, which feels great and precise. The tablet feels good to use. I did not feel any lags at all. The only thing that I was worried about was the fact that the stand didn't didn't give any options to set it to other angles. But once I started using that, I never felt the need to set it to another angle. It worked perfectly fine. So if you're looking to invest in a nice display tablet and Cintiq might be too costly for you, I think this tablet might be a great choice. I've been using it for a few days now and I have had no problems. I'm loving it. If you want to get this tablet, use the link down in the description and enter the promo code IMAD1 so you can get a discount. Alright, back to the video. So the first thing I did to this render was to get rid of the white background. I added a light blue color and darkened the edges of the canvas to bring viewers' attention to the center. Next, I dropped a photograph of an old forest as the background. I scaled and adjusted the background image to make it look better with the environment. After that, I felt like this tree on the right is a bit too bright. I need to also make it seem like a silhouette so its shape read better. I made a selection around that tree and darkened it, so now it looks better. I did the same thing with the other trees as well, made them a bit darker at the top. I think it's already looking kick-ass. But of course we'd want to add more painted details on it. Right now it still looks too 3D-ish, which might be fine for some, but I personally want to see some painted strokes on the artwork and some imperfect lines, if you can call it that. Next, I got an image of a tree, made a selection around the bark and put it over one of my trees in the composition. Made it blue and dark so it matches with our scene and used the image as a photo texture. This is a really cool technique to add quick detail to your artwork. Alright, so next I'll be painting some details into the artwork, some branches of the tree, light hitting the trees and the ground, some fog and stuff like that. Oh, and yes, the Witcher has no armor detail, so I am gonna paint that too. How about we all just sit back, relax and enjoy the process with some good music. Like the idea? Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, so there seems to be a problem with the electricity here. My system shut down. Thank God I saved the file. Let's take a small break and come back once it's all resolved. Alright, I'm back. Let's open the file. So apparently my PSD file is now corrupted. I have tried everything that I could to retrieve the file, but I failed. I asked for your help on Instagram, so many people tried, but again, they all failed. It seems like the file is now dead, and we all have to accept that fate. So at the end, when all hope is lost, I took a screenshot of that screen recording and decided to paint over that. For the rest of the video, I dare not use Photoshop. I will use Procreate to finish this artwork. Enjoy the process. I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned a thing or two. If you did, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts, your suggestions, what you want to see next. I know it's getting a bit hard to reply to each and every comment, but I still try to read as many as I can. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in another video. Take care. Bye bye.